Alright, welcome back to Red Dead Redemption. This is part 15, and in this part we're going to start off everything that we're doing in Mexico. So, from where we last left off at Casa Madrigada, where we bought the property, we're going to head down and into the bar area here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start playing a game of Liar's Dice. Opt-in is only $20, so... and the game's pretty easy, so you shouldn't be losing too much. Just use the same strategy as before when we played Liar's Dice, and that should get you a nice easy win. If you don't remember the strategy, it's just bet either 3 or 4 on one of the dice that you have multiple of, or more if you think you can do it. But 3 or 4 is usually where you want to bid. It just keeps the calling of the bluffs on the 2 AI opponents. You don't have to win without losing any dice. It's okay if you lose dice, unless you don't have the achievement for winning without losing any dice. But it should be a pretty easy win. The game's not too hard. The AI are not very smart. As you can see, I lost the dice there, and I still won with 4 dice. So, and that should be a Bandito outfit scrap. The first one, the first scrap of Mexico, first scrap of the Bandito outfit, just for winning a game of Liar's Dice at Casa Madrigada. Immediately after that, you want to start a bar brawl and knock someone out while within the bar. I just decided to do it on one of the guys I just played Liar's Dice with, but it doesn't really matter as long as they're not law enforcement or something like that. And that should be bar brawl number 4 of 7. And our first bar brawl in Mexico. So from there, I'm going to head back up to the property just to kind of reset everybody so not everyone's all mad at me for punching people. And then from here, we're just going to call our horse. And we're going to mark this small town just to the north of that stranger task right there. And we're going to head over there. And that should bring us to El Matadero. From here, it doesn't matter if you go through the front door or the back door, but just run in there and buy the property real quick for $150. And that'll be player home number 7 of 13 for player homes owned, El Matadero. From there, we're going to leave, we're going to call our horse again, and we're going to head just south to the stranger. And right here, I'm pretty sure you can jump up the cliff here if you do it just right, but I couldn't manage to do it. If you don't want to waste your time trying, then just kind of go around the plateau here. Once you talk to him, you get a little cutscene, and he'll tell you to go to Las Hermanas, a little chapel not too far from here. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Now, while you're riding around in Mexico, there are going to be a couple things you want to look out for that are randomly spawning. That's going to be a bobcat. It's going to be about the size of a coyote, and it's going to be a single one. And you want to kill one of those for the unnatural selection achievement. But also, you want to try and save citizens from the Bandito gang. And you'll get a little marker when those pop up. It shouldn't be too hard to find one of those while we're here in Mexico. But make it here to Las Hermanas. And you'll see a nun here. You just want to talk to her. You get a little cutscene. You're going to give her some money.
Please, can you go now? You're making me nervous.
And that's that done. From here, we're going to head just west to Chuparosa. It's not too far, but it is the farthest we've gone in Mexico so far. We're going to do a couple things over there. Again, just be on the lookout for a bobcat or people to save. Right in here, I thought I saw a bobcat, but I think it was just a shadow from the birds flying overhead. And right here, I thought this was the Bandito gang, but it was too late when I realized it was actually the military or the army. So I just got myself a little bit of a bounty for no reason. Just be careful who you're shooting at. Once you're here at Chubarosa, it'll automatically start the next mission, where you meet Landon Ricketts. And you'll start off shooting these bottles, but you don't want to just shoot them outright. You want to actually aim and activate your Deadeye. And this is where you learn how to mark things manually.
Well done. Now that wasn't so hard, was it?
That way you're not accidentally marking things that you don't want to mark.
Idea. The birds around here are always raising hell, scavenging and scaring the life out of the locals. I say we put your newfound skills to the test while doing a public service for the good people of Chuparosa. Here we'll do. I'm gonna scare up some birds. Let's see if you can take down more than one at a time.
This part's pretty easy. He's going to shoot his gun, all the birds are going to fly, and you want to use Deadeye to kill as many as you can in one Deadeye meter.
Nicely done, sir.
Now at this point, I go around and I loot all the feathers. If you don't have enough feathers, if you don't have at least 20 for the one stranger mission, then you can loot those. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. And then eventually, you'll get on your horse and ride out of town with Landon. So just follow him.
Easy now.
Right here, you'll get a little cutscene of the Bandito gang kind of taking over this carriage, holding someone hostage. So go ahead and use your Deadeye to mark as many people as you can. Try and mark the hostage taker without killing the hostage. And you'll see here is where I got my bullseye achievement for 250 headshots. So remember to go for headshots and use the different weapons to hopefully get your cumulative kills achievements by the end of the game. You can see that as long as you're going for headshots, it should be pretty easy to get the bullseye achievement.
Show 'em what you've learned, partner.
Now we're just escorting the carriage back to Chuparosa. Shouldn't be too hard. Once you complete the mission, you now have level 3 Deadeye unlocked, and you can just mark things manually whenever you want. So from here, we're going to head over to the bar, but not inside. We're going to actually go to the left of the bar here. And you can see in there's an X. You can start a mission if you enter there, but we don't want to do that. We want to buy the property for $200, and that'll be player home number 8 of 13 in Chuparosa. From there, you want to save, and there's two things that we're going to do here now in Chuparosa before we start the next mission. We are going to, two jobs. There's 2 jobs here in Chuparosa that we want to do, and some other stuff. At night, you want to go over to the sheriff's office, and you want to start a night watch job up. So let's do that real quick. And these are pretty self-explanatory. It's just follow the dog around, and whenever there's trouble, deal with it. I went ahead and sped up the footage here, but you can see that the dog will just start running whenever there's trouble, and you want to pull out your lasso and lasso whoever's caused trouble. Just like the last night watch job we did in McFarland's Ranch. And once you're done, you can just run back and finish the mission. And that'll be job 3 of 5 completed. So 2 more jobs. And that'll also be Magneto outfit scrap 2 of 6. So pretty easy. From there, we're going to go back and we're going to save. And skip some time. And if it's daytime, Now we're going to do the next job in Chubarosa here, which is a horse breaking job. It's the complete opposite direction of the night watch job, so not the way I'm going right now. Also, when it's daytime, you can go to the shops here. I forgot I did this part first, but you can go to the shops here. Just ignore this part. I sped this part up. This guy was like, oh, come help me with this real quick. So I just did it real quick because I couldn't access the shops. So I just did it real quick. Gave him the money back or whatever. And then you want to talk to the general store. This here's the doctor. You can talk to him too if you need medicine or bait. You can buy a survivalist map from him too, which is what I did. But you can buy the survivalist map from the general store as well. So there's not really a reason to talk to the doctor here. So just talk to the general store, buy a survivalist map, Bandito scrap, the map of Perdido, and the map of Diaz Coronas. And then that'll be Bandito scrap 3 of 6. So that's 3 Bandito scraps out of 6 in one episode. So that's pretty good. And then we're also going to go in and read the 2 maps that we just bought. And that should get us a good amount of the locations discovered from Mexico. And now at this point, we're going to go do the horse breaking job, which should be pretty easy, just like any other version of horse breaking. Just lasso the horse and then run and get on him, or her. And then just like any other horse breaking job, you just want to stay centered, watch John's belt buckle, whichever way it's leaning, just push it in the opposite direction. And you should be golden. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Alright, and once the horse is broken, you just ride it over to the hitching post and you hitch it. And that'll be job 4 of 5 completed. We only need one more job in the entire game. And that'll be our first scrap for the Reyes Rebels outfit. From here, we're going to run and we're going to start the next mission. And we're just going to follow Landon to the train. Once you get on the train and sit in the seat, you can skip to the next location, so I just cut that part out. You'll get a little cutscene too. And you'll get on your horse and just follow Landon at this point. Pretty easy.
Alright, let's find this Carlos guy.
Once you get here to El Matadero, you want to enter the little butcher shop here, all the way to the back. You'll get a cutscene, and then you'll follow them back behind the building and hide behind this rock here. And you just want to wait for Carlos to go talk to the army. Once the army's distracted, you can open fire whenever you feel like it. In this case, I use Deadeye so that Carlos does not get hurt in any way. He'll run away and you can charge forward. And we're just going to clear out this little cave here of all the military guys. Since this is pretty close quarters, I would actually swap to a revolver or a pistol to get some revolver or pistol kills for that achievement. You can go around and loot everyone for their money and ammo, but you don't need to. Remember, if you don't have the bullseye achievement for 250 headshots, then go for headshots still. Or even if you have it already, might as well just go for the headshots. Go for the insta-kill. And remember that if you're having trouble aiming around a corner or something like that, you can swap which shoulder you're looking over with the left and right D-pad.
him any room. He must be in here. I'm gonna see if I can blow the door open. You keep guard. There'll be more on the way.
Once you get to this point, you gotta clear the entrance one more time.
You must have a real bad death wish. All right.
And then you just want to go back and hide behind the crate here.
Let's see if we can
You'll get a
all get out of here
cutscene,
in one
and
piece.
Landon will take Louisa and leave the cave. You gotta protect them, so pretty simple. Just being in front, so all the guys are shooting at you instead of Landon or Louisa. There is a chest I just passed up if you want to loot it for some money and some ammo and stuff. Once you get to the front, you just wait for them. They're a lot slower than you. You can go ahead and call your horse. At this point, it does change your horse because it kind of forces you to get a different horse earlier on, so I have a new horse here. It's not a big deal, just ride ahead of them. As you're leaving the little canyon here, there's going to be a bunch of guys up on the hills and such behind the rocks. So just take all them out before Landon and Louisa come back, or follow you, I guess. And you can ride as far ahead as you need. It's not gonna tell you to get back to them in any ways. You're not gonna abandon them. And at this point, there should be no more enemies. If you leave the canyon here, there is like a little camp just up ahead that looks like there's enemies, but they're not actually enemies that are part of the mission. Not that one, but this one up ahead. Those aren't actual enemies, right there. And we'll just sit here and wait for Carlos, and once he gets there, the mission should end. You'll get a little cutscene. And yeah, from there, we're just going to head back to Chuparosa. And we're basically just going to go there and save the game. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure you tune into the next one. See ya.